Hello, welcome to Current News. I'm your host, Chris Davis, and today we're going to talk about Digimon 2020. Before we get started, I want to apologize for not uploading a video yesterday. It wasn't because it was Mother's Day. That wasn't the reason. My internet had went down, and if the internet goes down, I can't upload a video. Maybe I could have used my phone, but it wouldn't have looked as nice. So uploading a video Monday and hoping I can upload more videos this week. We'll see. But drop something in the comment section if that's what you want to see, more videos throughout the week. I've really been just doing one video a week, unless somehow I have time to do more than one a week. But let me know if that's what you guys want, and I'll do my best to make that happen. But with that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, so I want to give you my thoughts on Digimon 2020. I did do a review of it when it came out. Probably the first 5 episodes. You should see an end card somewhere around here in this video. But I want to give you guys my thoughts on Digimon 2020 so far. So my views have changed since the first one. A lot has happened since then, and I still really like the show. I really like the action. I really like how Toei Animation is freshening up the series. Sorry if I can't think of a better term, but seriously, they're adding new things in there. Like if you watch the Digimon merchandising and stuff, they're adding those dim cards. They added a dim card in there. Stuff that's from the new Digivice they put in there, and Digimon from other seasons they're putting in the Digimon 2020 anime, and it isn't the 1999 series verbatim. It isn't that at all. This is a completely different show. That's what I really like about it. They're really doing things to freshen the show up. Besides the art and animation, they're adding different Digimon characters, whether they're friends or villains, from previous series and putting them in here. So you really can't predict what's going to happen in this series. Anything could happen. You really don't know what could go on, and I guess that's what makes it really interesting. If we knew what was going to happen, then it'd be pretty boring and predictable. But the mere fact that we really don't know what's going to happen makes the series a lot more interesting. Now, let me give some more things that I like. I do like, and I think this is wild, Pegasusmon, a Digi Metal, Digi Armor without the Digi Egg. I do like that. I do like how Patamon turned into that and how he did it. I thought that was really cool. I did not see that coming, that Pegasusmon would show up without a Digi Egg. I also do like Blitz Greymon and how Tai has two Megas, War Greymon and Blitz Greymon. I thought that was pretty cool and amazing. And if you guys have been following the merchandising, you know that Matt, he has Metal Garurumon now, but he is going to get Crest Garurumon. And I really like Matt and Tai having two Megas because War Greymon is physical and he attacks physically. He does have that Terror Destroyer. And Metal Garurumon, he really fires from far away with his missiles, though if you read his DigiWiki, he can attack physical with his mouth and claws and with his bladed wings and tail. He can. But when Matt and Tai go into these different forms like Blitz Greymon and Crest Garurumon, it's like they switch places. Now Garurumon is the physical attacker, while Blitz Greymon is the Digimon that kind of shoots from far away. I like how they've swapped it up like that. But let me talk about things that I really dislike. I think the pacing in Digimon 2020 is really out of place because in the beginning, everyone was complaining that it was going too fast, that everyone was getting their ultimate so quickly. And that part was true, and there wasn't really anything that the kids had to do in order to get those ultimates. Not anything character development wise. It was just really off. It was really just scratching the surface. Sora was always carrying. I guess Matt was very distant, and then he had to open up. So I guess there's some development there, but it could have been better. Same with Koshiro. All their character developments could have been a lot better. It was just like they were just scratching the surface. Well, if you watch the original series, these kids really open up about their problems they have at home and their expectations, and them dealing with those issues is really what helps get to ultimate in the original series. But there's not really much of development of the characters here except for Angemon, Patamon. He really goes through some character development, and to me it's even better than Tailmon and Gatomon's, because with her development, they were really scratching the surface. I didn't really see any crippling weaknesses or crippling fears or traumas with Gatomon. She really just quickly got over it, and like unless you compare it to Patamon, which I think he has some really, like, he has the strongest character development out of everybody. Patamon does. So the pacing's out of place. Everyone got their ultimates really fast except for Gatomon and Patamon. And the show right now has been taking a slow pace for about 10 weeks. 10 weeks. We've been having a very slow pace, and I think it could have been reversed. So at the beginning, we had this slow pace, and now I think we could have had this fast pace, especially with the previous episode that came out. I feel like this really should have been switched, and the pacing's really off. In the beginning, they was definitely going way too fast. Like, there was a hard battle after every episode, one after the other, and now we have these very slow episodes, and I didn't mind them. It was okay, like, for 3 weeks, but after now we've had 10 episodes of slow episodes. 10 weeks slow episodes is okay, we've slowed it down. But to me, this is really feel because it doesn't really continue the pace, and there has been some good ones in there. Palmon Armor Digivolving, I don't know whether that's permanent or that was just temporary. That was a pretty cool thing. What else? Oh, Angemon going to Holy Angemon. That was a really good one. But I said Patamon has the best character development out of any of them. Metal Garurumon, his debut was very underwhelming. Other than the animation, it's just the opponent he had to fight was very weak. I think even where Garurumon Sagittarius mode really honestly could have dealt with it. But another thing I don't like is how ambiguous the story is. When I looked at Digimon 2020, I thought that it wasn't just going to be just action-packed, but we were going to get a lot of lore and stuff, especially in the beginning, when Tai and Sora go to this holy temple and they meet Varudamon, and she gives them some stories about the Holy War. I thought that Digimon 2020 would have the children go on this quest, and as they go on the quest, they would learn more and more about what happened in the Holy War. It's so ambiguous about what went on. You know, it was light versus dark, but the show doesn't clearly tell you who won. They say that eventually the light side won. So eventually, so does that mean the evil side won first? Because like, how could you win and Angemon's captured in miasma? Gatomon was Dark Knightmon all along serving them. So how could the holy Digimon like be like captured and enslaved, and but you won? How's that possible? That doesn't make any sense. So if you watch episode 5 of Digimon and you read very carefully, Varudamon says eventually we won. So that tells me initially maybe the dark side won first, because I'm thinking if you won, how can Angemon be captured in miasma and his shadow become Devimon? Like, and he's like this grand manipulator and this grand like leader of darkness, and Gatomon is Dark Knightmon, and that's his right hand man. Essentially, until Devimon's defeated, then Dark Knightmon's the right hand to Millenniumon, and it just needs to be a lot more clear. And as I'm watching the show, it gets frustrating to me because I really want to see what happened in the Holy War. I wanted to be like very clear what happened. It's as if the writers want to have like the bad guys won first, and it's as if that the writers wanted the bad guys to win first. And they wanted the Digimon, the partner Digimon, to want to defeat the darkness so the digital world could be saved. That's as if the writers want that. That's what they wanted, but the writers are backtracking it. They're telling us that that happened, but they're not showing us. Like with Gatomon being Dark Knightmon, I think that should have been shown a lot better. So the story can use a lot of improvement. It can use so much improvement, because in the original series we didn't know why those kids were in the digital world, but up to this point we learned why they were there, why they were sent to the digital world, and what was really going on. So if you watch the original series by now, you already know why they're the chosen ones. And I guess when you're watching Digimon 2020, they're the chosen ones, but you don't really know the Holy War or what the bad guys' plans are. You really don't know what their plans are and what they want to do. You just assume, in your head, Millenniumon just wants to destroy the digital world, I guess. But they didn't explicitly say that. They just leave it up to headcanon, and I think that's what Digimon 2020 needs to improve on. It has to do a lot better of explaining things and showing us. And one thing I really wish is if they give us a flashback of the Holy War and show us exactly what happened and how Digimon 2020 got to where it is at the very start of the show. So it's a good show. I really like it. It does have some problems, but the big problems are the pacing and the story. I wish they explained the story a lot better. But this coming episode that's coming up this Saturday is Machinedramon, or in Japanese Mugendramon. And it's going to be a really good episode. Last week's episode was filler. It didn't really continue the story. That could have been earlier. But it looks like with these few episodes that are coming up in the next like 3 to 4 weeks, is gonna wrap up the Millenniumon arc, and it's going to be a big finale, not for the show, but for this arc. So we'll see where that goes. There'll be 16 episodes left. I think for Digimon 2020, we're gonna have more than 66 episodes, because I don't think they can wrap up this story in 16. I think it's going to be more, because right now Tai has 2 megas, Matt has 1 mega. Matt's supposed to get Crest Garurumon, doesn't have it yet, and none of the other children have their megas. They just have ultimate. So how are they gonna get all their transformations? How? And TK and Kari, who are the siblings of Matt and Tai, they're supposed to get 2 megas as well. So we'll see how this goes, but there's no way this is wrapping up in 66 episodes. So that's all we have for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you like Digimon 2020? Have you seen it? Did you watch the original series in 1999? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with all your friends, and all of you have a great day.